Suspect released.
I might have delivered a package to your house, but I never kidnapped anybody.
The latest on the Nancy Guthrie case. 5 dead in Sarasota.
I asked what happened, they didn't say anything.
After a shooting linked to double homicide in Fort Lauderdale. A federal grant for university remaining the same.
I probably wouldn't have even started college if it weren't for the federal Pell Grant.
How it's affecting students who depend on it. Caplin News is live from our DC bureau. And man's best friend helping the community.
A pet, no matter what you do, when you come home, they're happy.
What studies show the positive impacts dogs have on traumatized people. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Rachel Quendo.
And I'm Jose Carlos Rodriguez. Today's Thursday, February 12th, 2026.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
The hunt for Nancy Guthrie's kidnapper continues. This morning, an Arizona man says he wants to clear his name as he was detained for questioning in the Nancy Guthrie's case late Tuesday night, only to be released hours later.
Caplin's Duvasana Bisundial has the details.
Arrested.
A man is speaking out after being detained and questioned by authorities over the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie.
And they told me I was being detained for kidnapping. And I asked them, like, well, kidnapping of who? And they told me this lady, I don't know her name. And
Nancy Guthrie?
Yeah, that's her. And I told him I work in Tucson for GLS. I might have delivered a package to your house, but I never kidnapped anybody.
The individual was detained Tuesday night during a traffic stop an hour's drive south of Tucson. Authorities executed a search warrant at a home and also searched a car. Both of those searches taking place in Rio Rico, Arizona, roughly 60 miles south of Tucson near the U.S.-Mexico border. Authorities did not file charges and he was eventually released. Those developments happening just after the FBI released doorbell camera footage Tuesday morning from outside Nancy Guthrie's front door, taken the night she disappeared. The video showed a masked armed person with a backpack. There was an uptick in calls to law enforcement after the release of the footage.
This video was a game changer. We don't know how many tips they have had, but they are looking for the person on the porch or anyone who knows anything about him. And I do think it's just a matter of time before we know that person's identity.
Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Duvasana Bisundial.
Deputies are investigating a deadly shooting that occurred in a gated community in Sarasota after they responded to a 911 call reporting gunfire. WTF's Julie Salomon has the details.
Crime scene investigators rope off a home with yellow crime scene tape after deputies say multiple people are dead following a shooting inside a gated community in Sarasota.
I don't know who is a victim and I don't know who is a suspect. Right now we have multiple victims, and that will, I assume, come out as part of the investigation.
The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says a neighbor called 911 just before 12:30 Tuesday afternoon. Deputies responded to a home on Fall Crest Circle inside the Amberley gated community. Following that shooting, deputies at the entrance to the community stopped every driver trying to enter the subdivision.
They stopped me. They asked me where I was going. I told them I live here, and he asked me for my ID, and I gave him the ID, and I came in. I asked what happened. They didn't say anything.
As the sun set, deputies remained in the neighborhood. We watched as a vehicle was towed from the home. A spokesperson for the sheriff's office says he expects more details to be released on Wednesday, but added there is no threat to the community.
Preliminary searches of the home are still ongoing. I know a weapon has been located. I don't know how many or whether they're involved in the incident or not.
A key program of higher education financial aid keeps its current funding despite proposed cuts.
That's right. And now DC Bureau reporter Carolina Alvarez is live from Washington, D.C. with more details. Good morning, Carolina.
The House of Representatives is leaving the maximum federal Pell Grant award the same as last year, $7,395. Almost 7 million students in the U.S. get awarded federal Pell Grants every year. 50% of FIU students get awarded the max amount. Students like Cassie Martinez.
I probably wouldn't have even started college if it weren't for the federal Pell Grant.
One of the proposed cuts included lowering the maximum amount to about $5,700, which Martinez says would be devastating as the Pell Grants help make college more affordable. But the federal Pell Grant hasn't changed in amount for the last 4 years, staying the same throughout inflation and rising college prices.
But my little sister is about to start college, so she probably wouldn't be starting college without the federal Pell Grant too, because nobody wants to get into thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loans.
Florida International University President Jeanette Nunez was in Washington and says the Pell Grant program is vital for FIU students.
We had meetings throughout the last several months, making sure the members of Congress understood the impact that we would have on many of our students. As you mentioned, half of our students are on Pell, and of those, half are also receiving the full amount. So for Congress to preserve, that was an important policy win for us.
Legislation still has to be considered in the Senate, but if everything's approved, students should expect changes July 1st. Those include stricter eligibility and added funding to short-term vocational programs. Reporting live from FIU in D.C., I'm Carolina Alvarez, Caplin News.
The United States and Venezuela are in talks about new energetic cooperation in the long term as the U.S. Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright, continues his two-day visit. Secretary Wright spoke with Venezuela's interim president, Delcy Rodriguez, and is the first high-ranking U.S. official to visit Venezuela in almost 30 years. Wright says President Trump is committed to transforming the relationship between Washington and Caracas.
Tributes and donations poured in after the passing of James Van Der Beek last night. The actor, best known for starring as Dawson Leary in Dawson's Creek, was diagnosed with stage 3 colorectal cancer, which he publicly revealed in 2024. In a post, Van Der Beek's wife, Kimberly, says the 48-year-old met his final days with courage, faith, and grace.
Raising Cane's in Boston is currently facing a lawsuit that they say is an attempt at eviction. Their landlord, Back Bay, has filed a lawsuit over the smell of chicken fingers in the building, claiming it is a breach of the lease in terms of offensive odor. Records show that Cane's spent $2,000 to reduce the odor with no success.
And great news for the Miami Heat fans all over South Florida after their game from yesterday.
That's right, that's still ahead, and so is this story.
For the dogs and the handlers to come in and to be able to take a moment to offer something to the first responders is a real gift.
First responders get a special visit that will sure help them after experiencing past tragic events. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
With everything going on in the world, a little comfort can go a long way, especially if it comes from a four-legged friend. It's been more than 2 weeks since a tragic plane crash struck a city in Maine.
As first responders focus on their mental health and emotional well-being, help from a man's best friend is lending them support. WABI's Alisa Thurlow has more.
The world's just really heavy right now, and so we all just need to feel a little bit closer, a little bit more connected.
Studies have shown our four-legged friends can provide comfort during tough times.
She's been at this for almost 2 years.
To be able to recognize that they have a gift to offer the community, to other individuals, really takes a special person.
Stacy Coventry is the community partner lead for Pet Partners of Eastern Maine. She and her volunteers share their pets with the community to help improve their health and well-being.
In just about 2 years, we have nearly 30 teams in the greater Bangor area.
Following the deadly plane crash at Bangor International Airport, Pet Partners of Eastern Maine has been visiting first responders in the area. So far, they've made stops at Bangor International Airport, the Bangor Fire Department, the Maine Army National Guard, and the Maine Air National Guard Fire Department.
Being fire service, irregular meals, irregular sleep, irregular patterns all over the place. You know, a pet, no matter what you do, when you come home, they're happy. They're happy to see you, and they don't ask any questions.
For the dogs and the handlers to come in and to be able to take a moment to offer something to the first responders is a real gift.
Each therapy dog offers something different, but still makes a difference.
Straya is an Australian Shepherd Poodle mix, and Mary is a purebred mini poodle. Straya is more of a calm presence, so sometimes people who are carrying a lot of anxiety or stress just want a calming dog and a calming presence.
Happy bee, what's going on?
Mary is our little glass half full happy dog. She likes to do tricks and likes to be the star of the show and get attention.
Pet Partners of Eastern Maine offers a wide range of programs, but overall, their mission remains the same: transform lives 4 paws at a time.
I think just seeing the guys smile, laugh, and having a good time and relaxing is rewarding in what we've been working to get them to do all week.
To see guys in a position where they have to be sort of strong and stoic, kind of soften and share stories of their own dogs and get snuggly with a cute little mini poodle is just a really, really sweet privilege.
Alyssa Thurlow, WABI News, Bangor.
The Miami Heat had a thrilling game against the Pelicans yesterday. The Heat were shorthanded yet managed to beat the New Orleans Pelicans with assists and rebounds from Bam Adebayo, scoring 27 points. The final score was Heat 123, Pelicans 111. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every day.
Millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other
on a deeper level. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
And that's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Jose Carlos Rodriguez.
I'm Rachel Quendo. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.